What is up, everybody? I am Crimson Thunder here. Welcome back to this Let's Play of Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game. Last time we ended up taking on Choke Point with Black Phoenix and Nate Diggity Dog, and we are now ready to take on the villains of Rook City. We're gonna start this off with the Matriarch. This is our first difficulty 4 villain that we're going to be facing. So, the reason why she is so dangerous sometimes is because she has a bunch of foul cards that, whenever they're destroyed, she retaliates. And to take this on, we're going to be bringing the team leader Tachyon along because they're both nemesis. And some of her cards are absolutely going to make things easier. We're also going to go to Silver Gulch 1883 because what's fun than being out in the Wild West and destroying these things. We're also going to bring along 3 other people. We'll bring along I don't want to have too much of the area damage, so we have Freedom Sec, so why not we do bringing Visionary is going to be useless. So since this Silver Gulch is the home of Chrono Ranger, we'll bring him along. We'll also bring along the Scholar of the Infinite. And let's bring along the regular variant of Parse. Yeah, that sounds good. So we'll take on the Matriarch with Team Leader Tachyon, Chrono Ranger, Scholar of the Infinite, and Parse in Silver Gulch 1883. Let's fight! You've certainly aged poorly, Meredith. Baslev been catching up with you? I'm sorry for what you have gone through, but I cannot allow you to continue, cousin. Alright, she's gonna start off with the Mask of the Matriarch, as this will allow her to play extra cards whenever a non-foul is played. And at the start of the villain turn, the Matriarch will regain 2 HP. This will destroy 4 hero ongoing cards, and she deals every non-villain 2 sonic damage. And here comes the Foul. This is a very calm start. Usually she has a whole bunch of these birds come out at once. Alright, so we'll go Hug Goggles, pushing the limits, and we're gonna go with the Supersonic Response. You'll deal 1 target 2 melee damage. If that target dealt Tachyon damage since your last turn, she deals that target another 2 sonic damage as well. So I'm gonna hit Matriarch for 3 melee and another 3 sonic. Then she's gonna have everybody draw 1 card. Light Beat Barrage and Accelerated Assault. Oh good, we got Jim's Hat. This will allow Chrono Ranger to play an additional card during the play phase. So I'm gonna put out this Neutral Toxin Dart Thrower. What this will do is deal one melee, no, not melee, toxic damage to any target, and until the start of Chrono Ranger's next turn, decrease that damage by 1. It's better than the quick shot. Just doing my job. Now with Scholar, he relies on a lot of ongoing elements in play. These include the Solid to Liquid, the Mortal Form to Energy, and the Flesh to Iron. And Flesh to Iron will reduce damage dealt to Scholar by 2. Mortal Form of Energy allows him to deal energy damage for as much damage as he gets healed. And Solid to Liquid would increase any healing for him by 1. And Keep Moving is going to search the deck for any one of those elements and then put it into play. Shuffle the deck and then play another card. I'll go into a Flesh to Iron. Keep Moving. I'll go to Mortal Form of Energy as well, and I'll get out of the way. This will deal all non-hero targets 1 fire damage each, and then Scholar regains X HP, which X is the number of targets dealt damage this way. Matriarch, Kill Vultures. When any file is destroyed, the Matriarch will either destroy ongoing or equipment belonging to the hero with the highest HP, or deal them 2 psychic damage. In this case, I'll just deal the damage because she ain't gonna go through. Deal 3, and I'll hit Matriarch. Skull of the Infinite's power is to deal himself and 1 target X infernal damage, where X is the number of cards discarded since last turn plus 1. And that's going to hit the mask. And draw 1 card. Now the regular variant of Parse, instead of playing the bottom card of every deck, she instead deals 1 target 2 projectile damage instead. So, Gauge in Extrasensory Awareness isn't really going to help too much right now. But what I can do is I'll do the Impossible Shot on the mask, draw 1 card, and then I'm going to shoot the mask for another 2. Then draw a Recompile. Lost in the Past. Whenever this card enters play, discard the top 2 cards of the environment deck, and at the end of the environment turn, if there are no cards in the environment trash, all the characters are lost in time, game over. At the start of the environment turn, put the top card of the environment trash on the bottom of the environment deck. So, when possible, we gotta get rid of this. Matriarch with Garden's HP. Here comes Hugin, one of those cohorts. At the start of the villain turn, destroy X ongoing and equipment cards for rolling to heroes, which is the number of cohorts in play. At the end of the villain turn, put Moonin from the villain trash into play. Here comes Fouls. And here's the part. And we got Carry-On Fields. Whenever a foul is destroyed, this target deals each hero target except the hero target with the highest HP 1 toxic. I'll deal stuff 2. Nimble Strike. The Matriarch. That. Nimble Strike. The Mask. Get the mask out of here. Now we're going to go for Sonic Vortex to hit Carry-On Fields, Hugin, and the Matriarch. And everybody draws a card. Hypersonic Assault will be great. Quick Insight, Nimble Strike. Just doing my job. Each player may discard 1 card. And then Chrono Ranger can draw that many cards. And then deal 1 projectile damage. I'll get rid of Bounty Board since there are no bounties to work with. I'll get rid of Salt Liquid, and I'll also get rid of this Reveal the Flaws. I'll draw 4 cards. There's a bounty. I'll shoot Hugin. Sudden Contract. I'll put Ultimate Target on the Matriarch. Now whenever she deals damage, Chrono Ranger uses the power. And it also increases damage to the Matriarch by 1. By Chrono Ranger. Discard mortal form to energy, and I can get rid of the mortal form of a professional Iron Man. Also to transportation. Actually, no. That's not the best card to play right now. Let's go. No when to hold fast. This will allow Scholar to draw 5 cards from his deck, and then he must immediately end his turn. Okay, critical multiplier. We're going to hit the Matriarch for another 2. Draw 1 card. And we gotta get rid of this Lost and Pass. Sheriff Pratt. He is going to hit the environment turn for... Sorry. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals a villain or gunman target with the lowest HP 3 projectile damage. In the way that the Silver Gulch works, there are gunmen, Titan portals, and we also have Sheriff Pratt in the Silver Gulch, which is a Wild West town that Chrono Ranger happens to come from. We got cover, gunmen, time portals. It's really fun. Just be careful not to get into the crossfire. So, Breathing of Rooks. And it's not gonna deal too much. Okay, we're gonna get rid of just pushing the limits. Crows, Darken the Sky. This will bring all the destroyed fouls back into play, and if the Mask of the Matriarch is there, it's gonna bring that back as well. Quick Insight. I'm going to discard 2 cards, the Synatic Interruption and Nimble Strike. I'll go Lightning Reflexes to play 2 cards now. Blinding Speed to get rid of this Lost in the Past because we don't need to lose the game. Hypersonic Assault. Now order here will matter because I'm going to hit this first. Then the Carrion Fields, and then now whenever the files are destroyed, we do not have any retaliation at all. And sometimes this takes a while to go through everything. Although Sheriff Pratt won't be able to do anything because Sheriff Pratt is usually one of our friends. You'll never attack any of the heroes. Okay, so now no executions. We'll put this on the Mask of the Matriarch. You get to play this card next to a non-hero target, and then whenever that target would be destroyed, you put it on the bottom of the deck instead, and then destroy this card. It's very useful for the Matriarch, for the Mask of the Matriarch, because of how it usually does not help us. So on the prize, this will hit Matriarch for 2, 1 plus 2. Draw a card, and I get to play an extra card. Another eye on the prize. So. Terrible Tech Strike. Gonna hit the Matriarch for 3 melee, and hit Hug it for. No, we're gonna hit the Matriarch for 2. Then we'll shoot the Matriarch for another 2 toxic. Reduce damage by her by 2, even though we don't need to. Scholar's turn. I need to discard 1 card. We'll discard the mortal form to energy since we're not gonna need it. Let's go ahead and don't dismiss anything. Each player may either move 1 card from their trash to the top of their deck or put the top card of their deck into play. let's put the top card of that deck into play, which is a Lightspeed Barrage, which will actually get rid of this Mask of the Matriarch. Let's actually do that. For Chrono Ranger, we're going to get Sudden Contract. Now we're going to put By Any Means on there to increase damage dealt to the Matriarch by 1. And then he's going to shoot, which is going to increase, which is going to be really good. Scholar is going to put the top card into play. This will actually get rid of Hugging. And for Parse, we're going to play Quick Calculation. Now for this, it's actually better to put whatever you don't want on the bottom of the deck. And here it's a tough choice, but I'd rather put the Buffer Overflow on the bottom because this is not going to do anything for us. Now, Scholar is going to hit himself for 0 while he hits the Matriarch for 8. Race under fire. Now recompile. Let's get rid of this Extrasensory Awareness. It's Between the Lines. Engage. Then I get to draw 6 cards. Data Mining. Between the Lines. Reveal the Flaws. Reveal the Flaws. Quick Calculation. And Extrasensory Awareness. Then I'm going to shoot the Matriarch for a whopping 6 damage. Then draw another Data Mining. Sustain the Portal. When this card enters play, each player may put discard 1 card. If they do, discard the top card of the environment deck. At the end of the environment turn, deal every target 2 energy damage and destroy this card. Now, this is not really one of those things where you want to discard a card for, because this is only going to be necessary if you have lost in the past and if you didn't have any other trash in there. This would probably be the one thing that you'll do. So, let's skip this. And Sheriff can't do anything. But everything else will get hit for 2 energy, except for Scholar, which will block all that damage. Now it's the Matriarch's turn. Darken the sky. Here comes all the birds that we just previously destroyed. Alright, let's go Fleet of Foot. For everybody draws 1 card. Kinetic Interruption. Lightspeed Barrage. Let's actually hit Matriarch for 11, because I think we should be able to finish her this turn without destroying anything else. Alright, so let's go Hunter and Hunted, because we will be finishing her off this turn. On the prize, shooting her for 5. And I love this compounded bow. This will deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage, and 1 damage of a choice. I'm going to hit the Matriarch for 5 projectile. And let's actually zap her out of her misery for 5 electric. Matriarch falls, and we have won this Wild West showdown. Now, out of all the level 4 difficulties, this one happens to be the easiest of them, just because the only thing that really is scary is the fact that she has a bunch of foul cards that end up coming out. But if you play it right, she's really not that difficult. It actually gets more difficult if you play any of the advanced stuff or the ultimate stuff, which will come at a later time. In the meantime, I am Crimson Thunder that just thunderstruck the Matriarch. Here for Sentinels of the Multiverse, and see you next time.